So we're going to do this again. So Alyssa, we are going to go to now, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump into the future for you. So Alyssa, where is your Taurus energy? Oh, wow. This is interesting. Alyssa, that's right. Is that right? You're a Virgo ascendant. So your chart is going to be similar to Dee's chart, but not really. Alyssa, you have almost all Aries in your 8th house. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Alyssa. Oh, snap. Alyssa, this event is happening on your 9th house cusp line. So it'll be 2 houses actually, 9th and 3rd house cusp line. Yours are at 3 degrees and 42 minutes. This is a big deal. This is where that great conjunction happens at. Whoa. All right, Alyssa. So in your chart, yeah, you see the date. All right, March 29th, 2023. Now, Alyssa, you're going to feel yours sooner. Right here is that house cusp line I was talking about. It's at 342 in your chart. And you see this conjunction, Jupiter and the North Node. Yeah, it's just so interesting because you're both Virgo rising. So yeah, the charts look pretty darn close, right? North Node and Jupiter. North Node is your future. So it's the future, your values, your money, your love. Okay. Taurus energy. So it's the things that are important to you, your creature comforts, your values in general, and self-love and self-values can be part of this. It's definitely your beliefs about who and what you value because you have all Taurus. You have look at your 9th house. This is right, 9th house. And you have your own North Node at 22 degrees in Taurus. Alyssa, that's crazy. Oh yeah, I knew that. I swear my brain is doing freaky things. Alyssa, for you, you're going to have Uranus conjunct your North Node. Do you see that? Uranus is at 20 degrees in Taurus, and your North Node is 2239. So that's why I'm saying before the end of May, you're going to be feeling Taurus energy, and it's going to be all about the 9th house issues. So values and your beliefs about what you value. I imagine since this pandemic began, we have all been really taking a serious, hard look at who and what we value, like what we need in our life, our day-to-day stuff, like who is part of our creature comforts. It can be people, it can be, material, tangible things, values in general, right? But self-love, and sometimes when we really pinpoint and we see clearly how if we weren't valuing ourselves, and I'm not saying you don't, and many of the times when I'm speaking, I'm speaking from personal experience. So there's a piece of me in all of this. When we don't value ourselves enough, we sometimes make choices and options that kind of disregard ourselves, and we put ourselves on the back burners, and so when that happens, it's as though, because we like to help, we like to, some of us sacrifice or continue to sacrifice, we feel like that's our job. That's who I am. I love it. And I love my family, or I love my friends, or I love whatever it is I love. And so sometimes we put ourselves in the back burner. So because it's your 9th house, it's your beliefs about values in general. Okay. And so whether it's love, self-love, love for another, values as in money, as in material world, income and money, what you would do for work, like that can be part of this. 9th house is spirituality and religion. It's also traveling, right? It's also traveling. So whether you're going on vacation or traveling, it's for you, it's going to definitely be places that bring peace and beauty because it's Taurus. Peace and beauty, big time. Yeah. And probably some damn good food too. It's Taurus. Taurus just wants everything and that energy in general. It should look good, smell good, feel good, taste good, right? It should just, all the good stuff, the 5 senses should just be happy, happy, happy. It should just be like, oh yes, this is perfect, So whatever that is for you, the way to find that out is to look at her Venus, because Venus rules Taurus. So if we go to her private Venus, yeah, we're getting personal here. Her Venus is over here in family, in Cancer, in being a mom. So for her to do that, to be a mom, to be the nurturer, to be that's who she is, and that's how she feels love, that's how she gives love, that's how she feels valued. Yep, that's how she feels valued. So, yeah, and that's in her freaking 10th house. So there you go, Alyssa, wonderful, right? She already knows all this because she's living it. But anyway, so Uranus in the North Node, your North Node, has something to do with your future. Because it's Uranus, Uranus can be a little surprising sometimes. It definitely changes things. It's going to change routines. It'll definitely change a value of some sort and your beliefs about them because it's the ninth house. And it's usually, if you're a kind of person that likes change, you're like, oh, thank God. I've been so waiting for things to be different, then it'll be fine. But typically they say with Uranus energy, it's like the awakener. So, this could even be in the ninth house energy of listening and speaking and communicating with the divine. You have Taurus energy. Taurus has that ability natally, which a lot of people don't talk about. But the ninth house is the divine and communicating with the divine. And so there you go. That could be something that happens for you. Now, getting to what we started talking about originally, which is Jupiter in the North Node. It is going to be your ninth house cusp line. So whether you're, who knows? It's almost like somebody may gift you the ability to travel. Maybe it's a vacation you somehow get gifted with, but it's not going to be just that. It's that ninth house cusp line. So it really will be about your beliefs. It's judgments, maybe unconscious judgments, um, spirituality, freedom, traveling to feel freedom. Absolutely. That's part of this for you for sure. Things being beautiful and peaceful. That's part of that for sure. North Node and Jupiter. So in order to do that, maybe you come upon some sort of a money, even though the ninth house isn't about money, but somehow, like I said, maybe you're gifted this because if you have this conjunction, these two on a significant point in your chart, would you do the ninth house of traveling, going on a journey? That's the ninth house. And that's where you're having this great conjunction. So let me see. Oh, snap. Look, did you guys see this? Alyssa, I am so damn excited for you. Get out of here. Okay. You're definitely going to be feeling something sooner because look, Alyssa's moon, snap, Alyssa, your moon is an earth moon at 4 degrees. That's a trine. That's a trine. Look at that. So your moon trines your ninth house. And that means you're going to have the North Node touching in on that moon before Jupiter comes along. So it's almost like something happens and then Jupiter comes along and you're going to get another beneficial thing. Oh, Alyssa, you are so fortunate. I'm just looking over here. You have something at 5 degrees. You have Humea at 5 degrees in your 12th house of hidden routines and health. It's Earth because it's in Virgo. So you have a grand Earth trine that is going to be benefited with this. So this could be some money. This could be a gift. This something to do with, wow, spirituality, maybe going to school even. It's a possibility, but it's Taurus. So sometimes, I mean, I don't know. What do you do for creativity? Because Taurus is a super creative sign. Do you sing at all? Is there, it's just a really, I'm excited, Alyssa. I'm really excited for you with this. Wow. So your main houses, let me change a color up for you real quick here so that you can, we need a color that's not going to look frightfully crazy. I just wanted to point out that, oh, I don't know why that just happened. Hold on a second. What color were we using? I don't know if that's black or purple. I can't even tell. All right. So I need to go and do that. Now let me change this. We're going to change this up. Okay. So right here is that other house cusp line, right? So much for drawing an arrow. Let's do that like that. All right, so this conjunction that I've been talking about, the Jupiter and North Node in Taurus, it is going to be hooking up your third house cusp line as well, right? Because it runs across these two. Oh, wow, I didn't realize Taffy's still in here, and she didn't come up here. So you see that? So it is also going to trigger, I'll say, or press the button of the third house. Yeah. So that third house is learning, it's talking, it's communicating. It's like networking for business, or even just maybe doing the phone thing or the internet thing. But it's in Scorpio. You have Scorpio energy there. So it's going to light up your third and your ninth house. And then as that North Node moves backwards, it's like it's going to bring the third and the ninth and the eighth. I'm sorry, the third and the ninth and the second and the eighth, like they're going to come together because Jupiter will have been going forward through Aries in your eighth, right? And then the North Node is going backwards. So it's like it's bringing these two things together. And then that North Node will keep on going backward, and it'll then go through your eighth house, which is all the stuff I talked about with Dee's chart, because she has more Taurus in her eighth house than you do. You have Sedna at 0 degrees in Taurus, actually, which is really quite powerful. Again, it's 0 degrees, so it's a big deal. It's really, it's what we would call like a critical degree, and it's water and it's earth mixed together, which I like because you can make something. But it is Sedna, so it's the feminine energy, and it can create turbulent water. So for you yourself, you have the ability to do that. But because you're mixing earth and water and it's in that deep eighth house, it's emotions, it's stuff that's buried values possibly. So Dee, I don't know if you heard me say that for you, but it can be buried values. And these can be values about love, right? Not like just money when I say values, but love, okay? But it's buried deep. So it's when we say it's buried deep, we don't normally feel like if I go get a shovel, I can find it. It's normally within and has to do with the emotions. However, it could be something that's physically buried deep. That could be a thing too. And that goes for anybody's chart that's got this happening in their eighth. But then you have a whole bunch of Aries energy in the rest of the way through in your eighth house. So you have a grand earth trine when this happens, Alyssa. I cannot wait for this to occur for you so that we can hear, like, what was it? What happened? Like, what was the beneficial, wonderful thing? Did you get some money? Was there a gift? Did you possibly, I mean, yeah. Did somebody gift you? Did you somehow inherit money eventually and you didn't know you were even, sometimes that happened. People pass on and people are like, oh, you're long lost so-and-so, such and such from whatever. And you like didn't even know they existed. Sometimes that happens because you have that North Node going through your eighth house. Yeah. It's going to eventually go down in numbers. Let me move this a little bit. Yeah. And let me move that one. There it is, the North Node. I kind of covered it up. But there's the North Node. And so that North Node goes down in numbers. It always travels backwards. And yeah, you're going to have Jupiter in your eighth house. Once it hits, you're going to be feeling it in the next month because your eighth house begins at 4 degrees. So it will be expanding upon your liberties because it's Aries. So you should expect that you may feel some of your emotions getting a little bit higher because it's Aries, but it can be more about being a leader too. Being more just a leader is the person who's in the front of the line. Like people are following somebody. So there's something about things that are buried and hidden, possibly emotions and wounds, where you may take the spotlight because you may be willing to lead when it comes to something that has to do with that. Okay. And D, same with you in your chart, because you got eighth house and Aries energy there. We can be the leader in things that have to do with not just hurts and wounds, but the other worlds, the other side, whether it's talking to dead loved ones or intentionally setting that energy that you want to connect with even higher. But metaphysics, astrology, anything the occult is also the eighth house. Okay. But Aries makes me always think of our liberties and our physical body and wounds about our physical body. For some people, they may have wounds about the appearance of their physical body. Like it's so funny. I look at my videos. Like all astrology started in 2019, in April or May of April, I think of 2019. And I'm like, I think I'm two of me now. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, holy shit. Like I don't even recognize who I am, And so sometimes I'm like, but that's the beauty of age. Sometimes you're just like, who cares? Like, whatever, you know, like we're all human, like get over it. But for me, with my Aries, and I'm going to share that with this because it totally pertains. I used to be I used to love the idea of being able to just pick up, and if I wanted to go on a trip, I could go, like, physically, not like, even if I'm not even thinking about the monetary part. Let's just pretend money's not an issue. Let's pretend that children aren't an issue. Like, let's just pretend that it's just you and you can pick up and leave, right? And that you can work, online wherever it is that you go. And so you have that freedom. That's Aries energy. It's about freedoms. So buried freedoms. And then, like, for me, I could just go ahead, and if I needed some fresh air, like if I'm in a house with whoever I'm in the house with, right? And I can't, you just need sometimes to step out and go. Um, yeah, I used to just go drive right down the street, go park and go into the woods and be gone for 2 hours there. And I can't do that anymore. And that is that's upsetting, not as much as it used to be. Not as much as it used to be. And I've kind of accepted it now, but that may also be something because it's about your body and it being able to do the things you want it to do. It's Aries, it had the ability to just pivot and to just explore. And now Taffy wants to leave. What are you doing? She's got the longest damn nails. She jumped up on me and I almost died. So, Alyssa, I'm going to come to the chat now. I've been babbling. Let me see if you have any questions about this, but this is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Like Jupiter and the North Node in Taurus. This can be money. This can be gifts. This can bring you, this absolutely. Like, I'm so excited for you. Because I know you would really like a break. And even anyway, we saw how she feels loved, right? We saw how, it's her Venus. So that tells us, yeah, if she goes somewhere, she might even be like, okay, we're all going. I'm mom, I'm going with my family. We're going to go and take a little bit of a trip. Like, I could see her, yeah, totally being her thing. Alyssa, oh, D. Oh, D, you're there. Okay. All right. Well, hold on, D. Let me get back to yours for a second. I will definitely get back to you because yeah, remind me to get back to D. Oh, Cassie, I'm sorry. Life has been rough lately. I'm so sorry, Cassie. Oh, you're working the early mornings. Well, go to sleep. I'm sorry. Happy New Year. Has the house and any activity? All right. So let me find Alyssa. Yes, G, you are spot on as usual. My daughter graduates in March, so things are definitely going to change in a big way. Maybe John left me a secret bank account that I will discover. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Wouldn't that be something? That would be spectacular. I like the idea of that. Um, hmm. Hmm. That's really interesting because Jupiter will definitely be going through your 8th house of stuff that's buried. We connect it to Pluto, right? 8th house, Pluto energy. And Pluto is like, if we think of Pluto, a good example of Pluto energy in a material way is people who have, like, when Pluto things get activated, sometimes people have plumbing issues. I remember one year One year, Cassie, at camp, there was, a horrible house fire. What happened, though, was it was in the pipes. Oh, what the hell was it? Something with the pipes. I didn't know the person who actually owned the house, but I remember hearing about it, and the house was just basically yeah, it was not good, but it had to do with the pipes. Somehow it originated in the piping. That makes I don't know, it's weird to me, but it triggered something else, and there was just a bad fire. Um, but it was a Pluto event. You know me, like, we were immediately pulling up the astrology and looking at it, and it was like, "Holy shit." It was a Pluto event. Pluto caused it. Um, but yeah, 8th house definitely can be something that's hidden. It's in the wall? Alright, well, hold on, let me go to Lisa real quick. She said, "Not develop, but delve into." It's in the wall. What the hell? What's in the wall? Are you talking to Alyssa? Are you s Oh, she is. Alyssa's saying it's in the wall. Dee's saying it's in the wall. Maybe that's why shit was coming off the shelf. Maybe there's a jar somewhere stacked full of cash. Maybe he, like I mean, I don't know. Alyssa says, "Yes, I definitely wanted to travel after my daughter graduates, maybe take the whole family." Oh, or I'm sorry, Alyssa, this is yeah. Somehow that looks like that's happening. Something you're going somewhere. I don't know where you're going, but you you're having Jupiter and the North Node on that ninth house cusp line. Wow. Do you see me meeting anyone, anything in my chart? Um, well, let's take a look. Below the video, I'll have all the degrees for those of you who like to pay attention to the degrees in your chart. Again, if you don't know and you want to know, just comment below.